tree just fell right there.
They say mountains don't care if you're there, but sometimes it feels like they want you gone. I brought my son out here to chase the smartest predator in the Rockies, the wolf. But the real lesson wasn't about the hunt. It was about standing your ground when the wind tries to blow you off the mountain. In this video, we're taking a DIY wolf hunting rig deeper than ever before. We're testing a new two-man setup, tracking ghosts through the frozen river bottom, and finding out if the homemade camper can actually keep two people alive when the weather turns violent. This is a father-son mission into the high lonesome. Welcome to the hunt. YouTube gets the adventure, but there are parts of a trip, like the politics of what happens to predators and why we hunt them, that I can't share on this platform, along with how things actually went and what went wrong just today. If you want the full story, I just posted a totally unedited debrief of my trip, everything that went wrong, what I'm focusing on next. I posted all that in the High Lonesome Society, which is my private community where I share the raw, unedited versions of what really happened behind the scenes on all of these trips. I'm also going to be posting a full build list of what I'm putting in my truck camper and how I'm going to upgrade it next. You can join the High Lonesome Society by clicking the link below or going to highlonesomesociety.com. It's only $19 a month right now for the next 200 people. So go get your spot today. We're headed up right now to pit ourselves against one of the top predators, if not the top predators, in the United States. And since wolves have been reintroduced, and I put that in quotes, to the lower 48, they are in direct competition with humans. Many of you may have a lot of questions about why you'd want to hunt a wolf in the first place, and we're going to talk about those on this trip. Just built a DIY truck camper with the topper I bought, and we're going to use that as our base camp. Gavin's excited. He's got a wolf tag.
Oh yeah.
You got a wolf license?
Wolf license, 2 wolf licenses.
I've got 2. One thing about wolf hunting that you will know, is that you can have confrontation with people for wolf hunting. And we didn't realize how close to town this trail is that we're going to go on. And there's no camping here. So we're looking on Onyx maps to see if we can find a place to camp for the night. Right now there's like a whole bunch of people showing up at 3:30 in the afternoon to hike down this trail. So this is a little bit of a hiccup. We have a thing to camp in. I didn't realize that all of these trailheads over here you can't camp at. And the campgrounds are closed this time of year. So that means we don't have anywhere to camp. Gavin and I are looking at maps trying to decide what the heck to do.
I think we could
I say we go that way.
We could let our scenarios decide for us.
If we don't really find anything till Quick Lake, then all
we know
of our area we need to keep on going.
We just need to gun it
through Ennis.
To Ennis, yeah. We need to gun it
and go all the way around to the Ruby. And we're just hitting the edge of Yellowstone Park. So right now we're actually in Yellowstone Park. It's beautiful winter country up here. You can't hunt wolves here though.
No.
That would be a really bad idea.
Yeah. You'd get in trouble with
I think you'd probably get caught for murder and be in less trouble than if you shot a wolf here.
Yep.
Now we're in the town of Ennis. Feels like it's about 11:30 at night, but when you look at the clock, it's 5:30.
Yeah.
So
it's a weird feeling. It really is. I feel like it could be midnight. I feel like we've been driving through the night, and it's not
even hardly evening yet.
Yeah.
Go in and see if we can get some food. We were at the gas station, and some lady said, "Hey, they have really good food down at the Long Branch." So, all right. We got some burgers now. We looked on a map. We got about 2 hours of driving at least ahead of us here. Gavin's got the buffalo wrap, did you? No, it's two patties. They're pretty thin. Mm. It's a burger.
Yeah, burger.
It's better than fast food, that's for sure.
Yeah. It's better than fast food.
It's way
This
better
is
than
definitely way better than
gas
fast food.
station.
Yeah, way better than the gas station.
Way
which is
better
what
than
we
gas
almost
station.
got.
We almost got that. 7:22. We've been driving up into the mountains. Now we're away from the people. I can park right in the middle of the road, man. It's no need to worry. Throw that stick out of the way. I think this might work. We haven't seen any of this country, so we don't know what it looks like. It's just
No, we have no idea.
totally in the dark. Everything's dark.
Yep.
There we go. What I discovered is you just so put that under there. We'll have to put that back in here
Yeah.
because that's got food in it. All right. We're just gonna put this down here. Whoop. Unless we decide to watch a movie tonight, but Gavin's gonna set up his bed here, and then we'll close this thing, and we'll see what it's like. It's going to be a little interesting with both beds in there. How are we going to get in? So we're going to shut this. Cooler can't stay out here just in case of bears and stuff. You don't want that out here. So I'm going to have to cook outside because literally that's the amount of room. I mean, we have no room. It's just beds, basically.
Yeah.
Well, not basically. It is just beds. Gavin's in here. I'm gonna just close that. There.
We're in.
We're at least both in here. Basically, we have this amount of room right here. It's about
That's all the
3.5 feet by 1.5 feet. The rest is bed. So, I mean, you do have a lot of room on the bed.
Yeah, once you're on.
Right here. I mean, we got a foot.
Yeah.
That really we aren't using, but
Actually, we could have our packs right there if we needed.
yeah, if we have to put our packs right there at some
We had
point.
to- if-
We got that set up there. We're gonna give it a try.
We're gonna try it. That's crazy.
Gavin's trying to turn around.
Yeah, it's not. It's not a super easy thing.
No. Okay, so I gotta make sure to send a message to Mom and a pin.
Yeah.
We thought what we did is download some movies, but you can see that it says that they did not download, so nothing downloaded. One of them started and then obviously stopped. So I'm gonna see if there's a way to watch one, if I can put one on here and have it play on there. I don't think so, but oh, maybe. Hang on. If you go here. Oh
my goodness. And it's gone. It tried for this.
There was an error playing your video. Please try again. If the problem continues, contact customer service.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
Right,
know if
that'll
we're
work.
able to contact customer service.
When you're in a closed area like this, you got to be careful running, like a lantern. That's a lantern. That's ow, that's too hot. A lantern that burns propane, or a heater that burns propane, like that one, because they use oxygen to burn. So they can actually, if it's totally closed in, you can asphyxiate in there. So we just cracked the window over there. Even though this has it's got a whole bunch of holes down on the bottom there coming in here, so it's probably got plenty of oxygen coming in, but
Yeah.
that's what we're going to do for CO2. There's no CO2 detector, and I don't think we need one because I always keep a window open further than you need to. If we were to put the heater, then we would actually even keep it open more. We're wolf hunting, we're not watching movies.
Yeah.
Oh man, this morning, the wind is blowing slightly. Like sometimes it's got to be blowing 50 miles an hour, I'm sure. So there's one problem with that, is this plastic does flap quite a bit. I'm glad I changed the plastic out to this plastic instead of the really noisy stuff, but whoops. But sometimes, at some point, I'm gonna have to get up and go out to use the restroom, and I'm not looking forward to that with this wind. But I apologize that everything is in the dark while I'm filming everything all the time. But you can't see a thing out here. The wind's blowing about 30 miles an hour. It's really overcast though, so it keeps it really dark. I'm gonna grab breakfast burritos, and we'll see if we can set up inside there and get some coffee going and some burritos. I forgot to wrap these in tinfoil, but I'm gonna put them on the top of the pan. So you can just kind of get them to start heating up. But if I put it on the pan right side up, then they're just gonna burn immediately. There's not a lot of room here and no counter space.
Yeah, counter space is pretty
counter space is limited. These are getting warmish. Trying to make sure that this, we don't light the curtains on fire or something, because we're so tight in here. You want to make sure all your flame is contained. So this can be a little dangerous. I mean, you got some, especially if you have any fumes, because it's such a tight area. Gavin basically has no room here, but
I'm making it work.
He's just back there.
Yeah, I'm back here just playing solitaire.
Right. It's gonna have to be instant coffee today, because if I boil this over, if I made cowboy coffee and I accidentally boiled it over, it's gonna be right on my bed. So I don't want that. And I can't do it outside this morning because the wind is blowing so hard that it would just blow these flames out. If you were tent camping, this would be difficult. We don't want to get going too early because we're right kind of where we want to start. So we're gonna drive this road for quite a ways this morning and kind of glass all the mountainsides, because it's a new area to us. We don't want to go busting right through it without knowing where something might be. So we're going to kind of glass through it and then pick a spot to kind of hike up and get advantage. Hopefully there's some snow at the top and we can see if there's any tracks around. I don't know that we're going to hear any wolves howling with this wind. This is pretty handy to just pull into a spot and jump in here.
It works.
I burnt that one. These are breakfast burritos that I made yesterday morning. So I'm just heating them up. Let me try to figure out where you're going to put your feet.
Yeah.
Coffee and the creamer over there. There. How's that?
Well, that's
actually not too bad.
I didn't know you had that much room to work with.
I didn't either.
Okay.
Is it hot? Yeah?
Yep. Perfect.
I just put sausage, eggs, and cheese in them. Mm-hmm. That'll get us going.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. The wind is still blowing, just so you know. I will say 2 guys is the max.
Yeah, I don't think you're fitting.
We're just kind of huddled in this corner over here.
Yeah.
Want to make sure that, we don't cook your leg with it.
Yeah, that's probably, it'd be nice to not do.
Yeah. Well, I knew it. I don't actually measure my instant coffee. Probably should. I just kind of dump a little in there.
Probably should.
So I've got too much coffee, not enough creamer. I'm still going to drink it. It's not... How do you turn this stupid thing off?
That's the big button. The big button.
Oh. All right, so I think we got that packed up. Hat's blowing off. Yeah, At some point I'll get to show you something in the daylight. Right now in Montana, it's just dark for so long. It's 7:14 right now. Still not light out. Basically, you just have to deal with darkness all the time. Yeah, it's 36 degrees and raining. And on December like 18th or something. December 17th. December 17th. We picked the worst weather you could possibly imagine for what we're trying to do. And when you're looking for wolves, basically you have to have their prey around, which is mainly elk. So we're going to be looking for elk, and they're going to be hard to find in this weather. Well, look, you can make fun of us all you want, but it is 32 degrees, raining, and the wind is blowing about 40. And if you've ever been in that weather, you'd know why we're still sitting in the pickup. Because we can see a lot of countries, and we're just glassing. We're like, do you really want to get out in that? I don't.
Not even the animals want to get out in that.
No.
So, yeah, I'm not liking the idea of doing that.
I'm just watching the sheets of rain go by so fast in the wind.
The payoff for getting out of the truck and hiking is just not high enough for us right now.
It's not high enough. There's still elk in this area because they come through here. They kind of move around through here. Mule deer numbers are like almost non-existent around here. And people wonder why we hunt predators and why we want to kill all the predators. That's because we care about the game animals. And one of the things you have to remember about predators is they don't care. Predators don't care. They will eat every baby they come across. They will eat every mature buck they come across. They don't distinguish between, and they don't care how many they come across. They'll eat as many elk calves, baby calves, as they hit the ground. If they can find a calving area, they'll just wipe out every calf they can find. They don't think ahead. No matter what anybody tells you, scientifically or otherwise, there is nothing a wolf will do to limit itself. It's only limited by what it can catch. So they just kill. This argument that we have to have wolves to manage the numbers of wildlife is ridiculous, because the best way to manage numbers of wildlife is with humans. Humans do not shoot babies. They only typically shoot mature animals because that's the best bang for the buck. They have to pay to shoot that animal. They're going to shoot something that they can eat and get the most meat out of as possible. Or they're going to hunt a trophy animal, which means they're hunting the older animals that won't impact the number of animals at all. Because if you shoot a mature bull elk, you have other bull elk to breed all the cows. You're literally not affecting the population growth at all. Wolves, on the other hand, are going to kill everything they can get, and they're going to do it all year round instead of in designated seasons like humans will. There's another huge argument that says, well, wolves are here before man, or wolves have been here such a long time and they managed really well before that, so why are we affecting them now? It's ludicrous to think that you're going to manage today's population of game animals like they would be managed 200 years ago, when you had 30 to 60 million buffalo running all over the place. There was way more elk, way more deer. All you have to do is read the Lewis and Clark journals to figure that out. We're not going to eliminate all humans, fences, cities, highways. We're not going to put 60 million buffalo back in. Your food for the country comes from this area. So we can manage an ecosystem, but we can't manage it in this utopian mindset of just ignoring the facts and just saying, 200 years ago there was this many animals, so we're going to manage it like that. It doesn't make any sense. That's my rant for this video.
yeah, it's a good rant.
Yeah.
I've had a few of these rants, and believe it or not, they've all happened in college classrooms, so that's nice.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You mean discussions with people?
Discussions with people, and every person that I've had these discussions with, the most experience that anyone had with wildlife is she worked at a zoo. Since she worked at a zoo, she knew that if you introduced wolves back into an ecosystem, that it would balance out the ecosystem as if it were 200 years ago. And it's not their fault. It's the fact that they have been beaten over the head with this idea. It's not her fault that she didn't know that. It is the fact that there is an agenda being pushed, right? There's a bigger goal to introducing wolves than just managing an ecosystem. That's what you have to understand.
And they sell it to you by saying
right
that it's good for balancing out the ecosystem.
Yes, it's sold to individuals to say, this is how we balance out the ecosystem, when actually that is not the primary goal at all, but it ends up kind of being perceived that way by people who wouldn't know any better.
Right.
There's no real way they could know any better because they've never grown up in that environment. They haven't been out in the wild. They haven't tried to pursue animals. They haven't seen game numbers over a certain amount of time go down and down and down because they haven't been out there, right? This is all stuff that they're just being told.
One of the things that you hear all the time is the study done in Yellowstone and how beneficial the wolves have been to that ecosystem. So, but you have to consider that is a completely isolated system. There was no management of that particular herd of elk that they were doing the study on by humans because they were completely in Yellowstone. So when you say, well, wolves came in and they eliminated all these grazing problems, those grazing problems were caused by the fact that there was no management of that elk herd because they're inside a national park. You cannot apply that to anything else because, like Colorado, they said, well, we're going to have all this benefit from wolves in Colorado. And even the schools, the colleges, when they did their studies, said there won't be any benefit. Even though they are pro-wolf, there won't be any benefit because we have already managed everything through grazing and hunting in Colorado for many, many, many years. There isn't an overgrazing problem. So therefore, wolves are zero benefit there. This is what we're seeing right now.
A whole lot of nothing.
Nothing. So to get water for us right now, we need to filter it. So I'm just going to use my light. Wow, that water's cold.
I bet it is frozen.
I just totally froze my fingers right off right there. That is just UV light. Just stir it around in here until it turns off. And then it kills everything in the water. Probably nothing living in this water.
Probably nothing.
At this point, it's so cold, but
yeah.
I'll do it anyway. Okay, we got the jug full. I literally can't feel any of these fingers anymore from about the first knuckle down. So the water is so cold. It's what I like to call liquid ice. Now it's 32 degrees and this road is just snot. That's what it is. It's like driving on snot. We're going to tear the road apart, so I'm trying to just kind of slowly come down this mountain or this hill. We only drove up this thing about 200 yards, so it just make a mess of the road.
Yeah.
And you might slide off of something. So
yeah.
We talked to a guy.
I found it.
Did you? Down here?
Down the road. It's going to be going up to our left.
Oh, our left.
Before we hit Cottonwood.
Okay. So we found it. We talked to a guy that was driving up here. He's been up here a little while hunting elk with a muzzleloader, and he said he did run across some wolf tracks. So we're coming back down the mountain to go find where he saw these, because
and he came across 2 wolf kills too.
Yes.
2 dead bull elk.
2 dead bull elk down here from the wolves. So we'll go down and probably hike up that trail as it gets later. It's only 10:48, so it's kind of the middle of the day. Not a real good time to hunt. So I just used my Garmin GPS to get the weather. So at 11 o'clock it's snow and 34 degrees, 31 mile per hour wind. At 1 o'clock it's supposed to be sunny and 31 mile per hour wind. 3 o'clock, sunny, 28 mile an hour wind, 22 mile an hour wind, 20 mile an hour. Shoot, it's supposed to blow all day long. Well, that's a new thing since this morning. It broke off up there and blew all the way down here. Wow.
That was a big bang.
That was a big wind. Oh, it's just sloppy. Must have been a heck of a gust. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to wade across when we go. This is what the pickup looks like now. It's just a solid sheet of mud. So I have to get on a heavier shirt, which means that as cold as it is, I'm gonna have to take my shirt off to get that one on. In the wind.
Yep, in the wind.
He's gonna have to go for it.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to do it.
Oh man. Oh. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Woo.
Yeah.
That was cold.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make some sandwiches here. Is a loaf of homemade sourdough bread.
We'll fry it up anyway, so.
Okay. Gotta move in and out, get dynamic.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna warm them up so we don't have to warm them up in the sandwich.
Yeah. I want to see it from multiple different angles.
So what we're gonna do, and put one down, put 2 pieces of this on it, grab me a piece of cheese out of there. Put a piece of, have to tear that in half. Put a piece of cheese on it, like so. And put another one on there. The wind just switched completely and is now blowing that way, which is trying to blow everything out.
Yeah.
It was blowing back there, so it wasn't bad, but
Yeah.
now it's trying to blow
Blow
right into my flames. Yeah, the wind is literally all over. Now I shifted everything to go this way, and now it's blowing that way.
Totally
So
blowing you up.
having a mid layer with this shirt just completely changes your entire heating system, because I went from too cold with a coat to now on the edge of too cold without a coat. So massive difference, massive difference. Okay, right there, right here. Okay, good. It's a little hard. There, I got it.
That's good though.
That is pretty good. It's tasty. Ham and cheese. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm gonna try to hold this down.
Here, I'm gonna put this in here.
that coming down the mountain. We're like, oh, no.
Coming right down the mountain. We're like, oh, buddy.
One of the hardest things to deal with is a bunch of wind.
Yeah.
We can see the peak up there on this mountain. And if you look at the peak, you can just see the snow just whipping across there at the top. I'm sure the wind's blowing 100 miles an hour up there.
Yeah.
Hiking right now might be a little dangerous. We're standing here, and all of a sudden, a whole bunch of trees just broke off and crashed like crazy. It was like crash, 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 crash all the way down the side of that mountain. Right across the creek here.
Right across the creek.
Wow.
That was
That was massively big. Uh-oh. Put that down, put that down. Yeah, I've got this.
right up the valley.
That little gust in the middle of that was a good 80 to 100 mile an hour.
That
So it
was
just moved me
insane.
backwards and just about flipped this thing over. Woo! Because if you put the coffee in there while it's boiling hard, it will boil over. So you boil it down, see, and then it's just slightly boiling, and it'll actually just churn those grounds right down into the coffee, down into the water. Once it boils for down, and you can have it's like totally smooth in there, not showing any grounds, then it's about right. Just make sure that the grounds go down. A little cold water. I think this is Dunkin' Donuts coffee, I think.
Oh,
It's not bad.
it's better than the instant.
Way better than the instant coffee we had this morning. Yeah, way better. Gonna have to go across it quickly.
Yeah, I'm thinking go right here, and that way go to there. Right there, you're gonna have to step on ice.
Okay, well, give her.
Break.
I'm gonna try out I got a different kind of boot on, so that I've never had yet.
Dry?
I'm dry. Good. Boots are on there. I see a track right here. There's a deer. Pretty fresh.
Yeah, it is pretty fresh.
Went by not too long ago, right before it started freezing.
Yeah.
And there's a coyote track going straight up ahead of us. Supposedly that's not a good sign if there's coyotes around. And there most likely isn't wolves, but it's possible that they just don't vocalize when wolves are around. So we'll go keep going and check it out. Like a deer. You can see we've climbed
a long ways in a big hurry. I'm amazed. Huh?
I'm honestly shocked you climbed that far.
Yeah, no kidding. We're gonna try to get right up here to this top here. Probably won't be able to see anything, but it's always the illusion that when you get to the top of a knob, you're gonna be able to see more. So let's get up here. See, it's just another top. More tops and more tops.
You gotta learn how to be content with the top that you made it to.
Exactly. So I say we go up around this tree here, and we go that way, and then down the ridge. Let's try to look across.
Yeah, that'd be
What do you think? Because sunset's gonna happen here pretty quick.
I'll tell you what, if we had a few days here,
Yeah,
you could camp up here, you could glass
a lot of country. Yep, tons of country. Wind finally is dying down a little bit. You can still see it up high, but not too bad. And we're just looking over all this country. But it was a heck of a good hike, man. It's starting to get dark now. We're coming down through this trees. We're about 2 miles away from the pickup still. Just coming down through here. So this is really heavy grizzly bear area too, but most of them, if not all of them, are now going to be hibernating, or should be hibernating anyway.
should be.
So you don't really have to worry about them as much. So we jumped a couple deer, but we were just remarking about using these sticks when you're walking down through here. You're just automatically kind of pushing them ahead of you. And if you didn't have them, you end up tripping a lot more, but also you can't look around as easy because you're watching your feet more. With these, you can kind of just keep yourself up much easier like that. Oh man, that's nasty over there. Tree's groaning as it sways in the wind, so we're just keeping an eye on it while the wind was blowing there. Late at night like this, the trees are like creak, 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 and creak, 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 and then he does a howl. You hear the thumping of something running away. It has an eerie feeling, but I will say this, it is a lot less eerie with him here. Usually, I'm all by myself, and then it's a lot more eerie, I have to say. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, when you're doing this by yourself,
Then it's eerie.
then it's really eerie. Then it's less like
This is kind of cool, and it's more like, yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, that's right. And it gets more so the colder it gets. The cold adds a sense of eeriness to everything.
Here's a tree that fell today from the wind. Well, there's a couple of them. There's one up there too.
Oh, wow, yep.
So this sucker is a big tree. And it's not dead even. It just broke it off. That's a huge tree. A tree just fell right there. It cracked and cracked right beside us, and broke off. Whew. My heart is going.
Yep, that got me going.
Luckily, it was falling the other direction.
Yeah, it wasn't falling.
Gavin was.
Now the wind's
Yeah, now the wind's
going this way.
picking up again. Well, I think it's time we get out of here. What do you think?
Yeah, I think
I'm done with the trees falling around us.
we're good to be out. Oh. Pretty good right here. So I might
Yep,
be here a
yep,
second.
just waiting for the wind to pass.
That's some serious wind right there.
Serious wind. Made a little 4 or 5 mile circle. I just got a message from my wife. We're just about to pull out here, and I guess the wind is blowing so bad over there at in my area that it blew my dad's fence over, his windbreak completely over, blew his camper over, and lots of destruction. I guess that Gavin got a notice that his school is shut down.
Yeah, I got a text midway through the day that the campus was shut down. Everybody was supposed to steer clear of windows.
Yeah, stay away from the windows. That's how
Yeah.
hard it's going to blow.
So it was.
So we're having trouble with trees over here, but it's blowing even harder over there. So
Yeah, it doesn't sound like we got
unreal.
what they got.
So we're gonna head home. It's a couple hours from here, but hopefully the destruction's not too bad on the way there. Anyway, that's it for us. Check in with us next week to see where we're at and how we're doing on this wolf quest. If you have any questions or whatever, leave them in the comments. Until next time, God bless.